cowboy in speed.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Boxing, episode 94. As we're going to recap last week's fight. Of course, we had a huge card last week, man. Some great fights went on. Of course, we had a couple fill-ins, but it still turned out to be a pretty good night. And then, of course, this week we got another big fight with, of course, the man himself, Tank Davis, back on a card this week. And other than that, man, welcome to Bourbon and Boxing. Of course, the Cowboy and
Spade.
Yeah, my guy Spade. How you doing? How you doing, brother?
I'm cool, chilling, man. About to do this Ramadan.
Yeah,
And
about to
I'm not
start fasting.
Muslim. I'm not Muslim. I'm not doing it for discipline
Hell
reasons
yeah,
only.
that's it,
Uh,
man. How long you gonna be doing that?
the last 30 days, so to March 29th.
So hold on, what are you gonna be doing during that time?
As far as what?
Like when you do the Ramadan, are you I know you do fasting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you fast for 30 days?
Yep. 30 days. That ain't no fast.
I don't know, man. Like how do you what do you eat during that time? Like
You don't eat nothing during the day. Sun up to
okay,
sunrise. You only eat once a day.
okay. So you do at least eat something. Okay.
Mm,
Yeah, I thought
yeah.
you fasting. I'm like, man, how you gonna go 30 days and not eat? Like
Oh,
you gonna be
hell no.
starving, bro.
Fasting don't mean you don't eat, though.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah, fasting mean you gonna eat certain stuff. Like it all depend on what type of fast you doing. But when you doing Ramadan, it's from sun up to sun down. So
okay,
1 meal per
okay.
day. But
All
during
right.
the I
So,
mean at night, it means sun down to sun rise. So but
okay. So,
yeah, after that, you don't eat nothing the rest of the day. You can't drink no water or nothing.
what?
Yeah,
That's a hard ass day. You drink a lot of water, so
ain't
that's
no sex, none of that shit. None.
damn. That's some discipline. Discipline. Well, I'm
Mm-hmm.
glad you're doing it. You gonna do it for both of us, my guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Oh
I've been
shit.
saying I was gonna do it. I did a daily fast with my girl before.
Okay.
It was like 21 days. We couldn't eat nothing artificial, no sugar, no nothing artificial, bro. We couldn't eat nothing. Like we couldn't drink juice. Like couldn't no sugar, no like hot sauce, no none of that type stuff. Like nothing.
Damn.
Yeah,
That sounds
that
tough,
was
man.
crazy.
Yeah.
That
That
was
sounds
crazy.
that sounds a little tough.
Yeah, that
But
was
yeah.
tough.
So yeah.
That was tough. That was tough. See, like with this, you can't. I'm looking more into it though, but I know you can't have like no sugar, no sugary drinks and chew gum during the fast though. Like, but at night, but I'm gonna do it period throughout the fast. So at night, I ain't. It don't matter. Like at night, you could. I ain't gonna be on the internet, so I really ain't gonna be on the internet for this whole 30 days.
All right.
So
All right. I hear that because
yeah,
we
I'm
have.
putting my own little twist in there too, cause I'm not Muslim, so it's some stuff, you know what I mean, that I'm not gonna be reading the Quran, so I'm gonna stay off
Yeah.
the internet and be reading books and
That's
different little
weird because
books and stuff like that.
my church has got a thing going on where they're trying to get us to unplug from the internet for 30 days for Lent. Basically, is what it is.
Oh, Lent, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I guess Lent's kind of similar to the
That
Ramadan
that's
thing. You're supposed to give something
that's
up,
up
but
in
you don't.
March. That's in March, ain't it? I mean April,
Yeah, it's usually
around
like the
Easter or something like that.
yeah,
I
it's like
know,
the first Sunday before Easter or something like that.
yeah. Cause I know Chick-fil-A used to have they used to sell a fish sandwich during that time. That
Oh
mug,
yeah,
I don't know if they still do it, but that mug was fire.
oh yeah,
Fire.
oh yeah. Yeah, that's what we're looking at, man. And I was like, man, I don't know, with bourbon and boxing, everything like that. Like, could I give the internet up for 30 days?
You
I'm
could do
like,
it,
I probably
man.
could. I'm sure I could. I mean, I'm
You could
Gen
do
X.
it. I mean, you
I
just
mean, we
gotta
grew
pop.
up without the internet.
Yeah,
You know
you
what
just gotta
I'm saying?
pop back up. But you gotta think too. 30 in these 30. This would be the best time because it ain't nothing going on with boxing wise. Like you know what I'm saying. And then when you come back, you will have so much information. It'll be more to talk about, more to go
Yeah,
at. You know what I mean, like it'd be just more because you would be caught. Because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm be like, damn, what's going on? This going on. I can't cuss. I can't do nothing. Like, bruh,
See,
this gonna be
that'd be
crazy,
tough
but
for me, man. I,
it's
you know,
gonna be.
I might fuck with it, man. I might fuck with it for real. As
Bruh,
far as like, doing the
you gotta
length
test your
like
discipline. That's
that.
all I do it for,
Yeah,
bro. For real,
I
test
think
my
if I
discipline.
got away from the internet, I'd probably work out a lot more, do shit like
Nah,
that.
that's what I know I'm about to be doing. Like work, cause I ain't gonna be on there. I know I'm gonna be reading books, working out, especially during the day, cause I'm gonna be just like nothing to do for real, but reading, working out. I ain't planning. I'm gonna be on YouTube. Like YouTube, I'm not gonna be on no social media outlets like
Yeah, yeah,
far as, yeah, I mean, but I'm gonna be on YouTube, like, cause that's like TV for real. That ain't like engaging for real. You ain't.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
gonna be on YouTube, but I'm not gonna be on Instagram. I'm not gonna be on Facebook. None of that. None of that type of stuff.
Yep,
I'm gonna
yep.
be looking to get like more information, get my credit, all that done. Just doing mass more positive stuff during this time, like these 30 days.
That's it, man.
See how much weight I can lose, my body transformation. I'm gonna take a picture tomorrow, then just see the, cause I know I'm about to work out. That's all I'm gonna be doing for real, cause ain't gonna be nothing to do. I know I'm gonna be doing overtime at work, stuff like that. So
That's it, man.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's some discipline right there, guys. I might
Mm,
jump on the whole internet unplugging thing. That's what my church wants us all to do. So I might jump on that train a little bit. You know what I mean?
yeah.
See if I can't clear my head from the internet, social media, all that kind of stuff. I feel you on that, man. It can, every day can get exhausting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Getting on there every day, having shit every day pushed into your face. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna be lost for 30 days. No, nothing. I ain't gonna know nothing. As
hell
far
yeah,
as sports wise, nothing. I want to be come back with a surprise. Like
that's it. That's
unless I go on YouTube, but I don't even look up sports on YouTube. I usually just listen to podcasts and stuff like that. And I don't really be
I
going to
use it
look at
for podcasts.
sports.
I get a lot of
Well, I do listen to It Is What It Is. I done told you about that, so that'll kind of keep me up on stuff. Like, but
hell
they
yeah,
come on during the day, so I have to listen to it at night. You know what I'm saying?
that's it. That's it. But hell yeah, let's jump into what we saw last week, brother. What a hell of a fight card last week, man. I was pretty highly entertained with it. Of course, let's start off with what we saw the main
Mm.
event, and we saw Bivol defeat Beterbiev in a unanimous decision, and became the new undisputed disputed champion at the light heavyweight division. What was your thoughts on that fight, man? Uh,
First, I'm gonna be honest. I ain't get to watch none of the fights because I had to work. I caught some highlights. I was gonna go back because I got the DAZN app and watch the fights, but I'm like, man, I already know what happened. It's like,
yeah.
damn. So, but you gonna have to lead me on with these, and I'm gonna have to go off of you with this, like with these
Okay.
these
Okay.
categories, and just get a view on what, as if what I said last week was some of the stuff that these dudes did to make changes to their
Yeah.
fights or whatever. Cause I ain't get to see the highlights on this one. I definitely ain't even show no highlights on
Man,
this one for real.
I'll give you the insight on this fight, man. I thought Bivol, I would have gave the fight to Bivol. He did a lot more in the second half of the fight, kind of like Better Beeve did in the first fight, where he kind of did more in the second half of the fight. Bivol was a lot more active. He weathered the storm, and when I tell you the first half of the fight, Better Beeve was coming on strong, and he was pressing him hard, hitting him with some hard shots. And Bobal was kind of, he looked like he was fighting off his back foot, looked like Beterbiev was getting the best of him. And it had me kind of like, damn, like, okay, Beterbiev might end this early. If he
Yeah,
keeps landing these heavy shots like he's landing, I'm thinking, he's gonna take him out around the sixth or seventh round. But Bobal kind of weathered that storm, and then he let Beterbiev do his thing. And then once it hit fifth, sixth, seventh round, he started becoming more and more active. He started pushing the pace. He started being the aggressor. He started backing Beterbiev down and just throwing, just stayed very, very active with his punches. And
yeah,
was definitely the more active fighter. Now, I think it could have easily been a draw, but
For
also
real?
yeah, I thought it could have been a draw. I thought it could have been 6-6, in my opinion. As far as the rounds went, I would have gave it possibly 114 easily, in my opinion. One of the judges did have it as a draw. The other two had it in favor of Bivol, and you couldn't argue either way, in my opinion. But I thought Bivol definitely. What I saw towards the second, I was more impressed with Bivol in the second half of the fight, and that doesn't exclude the first half of the fight where Beterbiev pretty much took most of those rounds, was the aggressor, and looked like the better fighter. But then in the second half, we talked about, and a lot of people talked about Beterbiev's age. He's 40 years old. You
Oh,
kind of
he's
saw
40?
that, yeah. And for the first time, I think we really saw him kind of slow down a little bit in the second half of the fight, which we've never seen that with Beterbiev. He kind of gets stronger as the fight goes on. He looked to wear down, and it could have been
Yeah.
the activity from Bivol, being as active as he was, throwing as many punches, making him defend, making him fight off the back foot, not allowing him to be the aggressor in the fight. And that could have taken a little bit out of Beterbiev, but I think I did see a little bit in him that slowed him down in that second half. But Bivol took advantage of it. He did a great job. Uh, I don't disagree with the decision. Now, my question is, do I
So
want to see a
hold
third?
on. So
Go
it
ahead.
sounded like Bivol did what I was saying, letting his hands go more in that second
Yeah.
half and stay active. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. He stayed a lot. I mean, he was throwing a lot of punches. It made me kind of like he's a hell of a boxer. Uh, with his ring IQ and his ability to throw the combinations and his stamina. I was super impressed with what I saw. Like we said in the first fight, you said it yourself. He wasn't active enough in the second half of that fight. He
Mm-hmm.
he definitely wasn't this. He put that to rest, and that wasn't anything that you were going to look at the end of the fight and be like, "Well, Bivol wasn't active." No, he definitely came alive. It's almost like he knew he had to have that second half. Uh, and when I say he weathered the storm, he did a great job in defending off Beterbiev in that first half of the fight. And because he was getting hit with big shots, and Beterbiev was super, super aggressive. And
Mm-hmm.
it made me think, oh man, this is not going to be a good fight for Bivol if he continues to let this fight go this way. He's going to be wore down by the end of this fight. But he weathered it, man. I was super impressed with the adjustments he made in the second half of the fight, and just he came out, he took the fight. He did.
Yeah. Well,
Now,
it seemed like it was made for him to win anyway. Like everybody wanted him to win anyway.
yeah, yeah,
For real,
yeah. They
for real.
kept trying to give him that first fight. I don't think he won the first fight. I still don't think Bivol won that first fight. But this one, you could definitely argue. Yeah, he won it, or it
So
could
do
have
you
been a
think we're
draw.
gonna get a part? Do we gonna get a third we're gonna get a third one?
Uh, I think we get a third fight, but if it's the same as I don't. I'd be very interested to see the adjustments that Beterbiev makes in the third fight, because like I said, he seemed to wear down, and I don't know if it's his age at this point, but he did seem to, wear down as the fight went on, and we're not used to seeing that with him. And it's maybe because the way he came out in the fight, he came out super aggressive, and maybe that's what caused him to really kind of fall behind in the second half of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
He may have just did too much in the first half of the fight. So I don't know if he goes back to the first fight, sticks to that game plan a little bit, to where you don't start out as a so aggressive, and you save some of that energy for the second half of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we see a third one, because I think Beterbiev wants a third fight, and Bivol, I think he'll honor that. But the WBC, if I'm correct, has made David Benavidez the mandatory to fight Bivol next. So we will
Mm.
see how that goes, if they're going to try to force that fight. And with what I've seen from Bivol, I don't know, man. That'd be a tough fight for Beterbiev, or for
Mm.
Benavidez. A tough fight for Benavidez.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
But Bivol also talked about moving up to cruiserweight.
For real.
Yep, and fighting the winner of the Ja Apathy Apatia, whatever his name is, the winner of that fight and his next fight. So that would be not a bad move for him either. I don't think he's wrong in any way. They also talked about possibly a rematch with Canelo, who I thought he dominated. I don't want to see that fight, to be
Dang,
honest.
Canelo, that ain't gonna be no time soon, then. That's gonna be a little
No.
while.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's got a 4th fight deal. He's only really announced 2 of those fights, William Skull in May and Crawford in September. The other 2 fights haven't been determined yet, so we'll
Who is
see how
William
that.
Scarl, though? I was gonna
And
ask.
he's a guy out of the UK that just kind of popped out of nowhere, got the IBF belt, was the IBF mandatory. Canelo didn't fight him, so they gave him the belt. Outside of that, I don't know if I've ever actually watched William Skull fight.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is.
But yeah, do we see a trilogy in this, or do we think that Father Time's kind of catching up with Beterbiev at this point? Do you want to see a 3rd fight on this one?
I mean, uh, I'm really not, the honest opinion, I'm really not a fan of either one, so it really wouldn't matter to me. I would like to see something different because I would like to see what level Benavidez is on, but
Mhm.
I don't really care about no goddamn trilogy. That
Yeah, I
shit,
don't.
that trilogy should be overrated sometimes, depending on how the fights end and all that. But they both went to decision. Like it ain't like you know what I
Yeah,
mean. A motherfucker got knocked out or a motherfucker got completely destroyed. They both went to decision on both sides, both times. Like so, it's like
yeah,
all right, just split it up. Fuck it. You was a unanimous, now undisputed. Now you the undisputed. So
yeah.
hey.
To me, I don't know if I care to see a 3rd fight. I'd like to see Benavidez versus Bivol. To be honest, next. I'm not big on trilogies. I feel like, just like the Usyk, I wouldn't want to see Usyk and Fury for a 3rd time. And I don't think I'd want to see this fight for a 3rd time. It was a hell of a fight. The first 2 fights, 2 great fights that they gave us. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Beterbiev makes the adjustments, but I don't know. I'd rather see 2 different guys. I'd rather see Bivol versus Benavidez at this point, and kind of see exactly what you said, where Benavidez is at this point in his career, if he's that guy right now.
Yeah.
But then but the question is that let's say Benavidez and Bivol fight, Benavidez beats him. Where do you go from here? Because that division's not really stacked at all. There's not a lot of talent in that division. So if you're Benavidez and you, let's say you go and you conquer this division already within a year of being in it, what's left for you at 175?
Nothing. Ain't nobody really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Nothing. I mean, unless you wanna I mean, fire David, it's like it's a lose-lose situation. It don't really matter. So I mean, but if he wanna
yeah,
stay there, give him a shot, then okay. But I don't know.
yeah. I just think not a real heavy division. So
Yeah.
not a lot for these guys to fight. Not a lot for to really happen in that division. Uh, So yeah, but on the undercard, man, let's look at some undercard results. Uh, what do you want to start with? You want to start with that Shakur Stevenson fight, man? Let's go ahead and start with that one. I know you didn't get to watch these fights; you were at work. I thought Shakur. Now, the one thing I saw in this fight, and I'm going to be real with you,
Okay.
Shakur can't fuck with Tank.
That's the same thing my little brother said. And
He can't. He can't.
I'm starting to wonder, bro. I'm starting to wonder, bro.
Yeah, I really don't think he can fuck with Tank, man. Tank's power. And I mean, okay, Josh Padley, I don't know much about the guy or whatever, but he boxed this dude's ears off. He really gave this kid a beating, but he just couldn't get him out of there. And he should have. I mean, he was landing clean fucking shots on him. I mean, shots that were hurting him, but this kid just, didn't want to go down. But it showed me like if Tank hit this dude with even one of those shots, he would have laid him out.
Yeah.
And it showed me there that Shakur might have the boxing ability, but he does not have the power. And going up against a guy like Tank, who has both of those things, the boxing ability and the power, I don't think that favors Shakur in any way. I don't. I just
I was telling my little brother because my little brother was saying the same shit. Because at first he was all, man, Shakur, and he is like, bruh, I don't think Shakur gonna be able to beat Tank, and I'm just like, bruh. Not only that, what if he would have fought Kid Austin? Kid Austin probably would have came. He would have came harder than dude, guarantee, guarantee. He would have came way rougher, more mad, just different. Would have been a different fight, right? But it's like you coming forward on him. You ain't coming forward like that on Tank though. We all know that you gonna be going moving backwards and all that, and you got a habit of leaning back too. But
yeah, it does.
like you not gonna fight in that pocket with Tank. So like how you gonna win that fight? Like once you did all that running around, cause he gonna press you where you gonna get tired, bro. You ain't about to just be moving all the way around and doing like how you do them other guys. You gonna get some wind. You gonna get tired. Like, cause he gonna touch you. I don't know why Shakur acting like he untouchable. Like, I don't see it. Like, I don't see the untouchable defense. Yeah, you got
No,
good defense, but I don't see the untouchable defense. You
I
get
mean he was
touched.
getting hit by Padley.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get touched, bro. Everybody be Oh, his defense is. I fuck man. I fuck with Shakur though. That's I don't. I fuck with Shakur, but it's just like I don't know, bro. That Tank a different motherfucker, man. Like, and then I think Tank about to call him out. I think that's why he fighting Roach for real, because Roach got a little boxing skill and but I don't see. I just can't see it, bro. I don't even see Keyshawn talking. I just don't see it for these guys. Like they opponents ain't. They be talking about Tank opponents. They opponents ain't.
Watching that fight, I feel like Keyshawn has more power than Shakur does.
Oh yeah, of course he got more power. Yeah, yeah, we know that.
So to me, I
Mhm.
mean, I think that's Shakur's Achilles. Not having that power. I mean, and he was landing. I don't. Maybe that Padley dude's tougher than what I'm giving him credit for. Uh, I had an issue with the fight as the fucking announcers were trying to make it every punch Padley threw. Oh my god, look at Padley. It's a fucking he's going hard out this world. And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. He's getting his
I know.
ass, bro.
I know he
He's getting his
retired. That money
ass.
retired him. He got enough money to retire.
He better have retired. He got the break speed off of his ass in
Yeah,
that
he got.
motherfucking fight, bro. Like they talk about levels. They're like, dude's 15-0. Yeah, he's not even like he. It was to me. I don't know. I felt like Shakur should have got him out of there way sooner. Uh,
So you think Shakur would have got Kid Austin out of there?
I don't know. After watching that, uh,
And then how you think that fight would have ended up?
I think Shakur would have beat Kid Austin.
Yeah, I know
Would
that.
he? Would he? He definitely wouldn't have beat him in the fashion that. But I think Kid Austin might have surprised some people with that fight. He might
Yeah,
have surprised some people as far as what he was able to bring to the table
yeah,
because
he
I
would have
think he was
brought
going to
way
bring
more than
more.
what that
Yeah,
Padley motherfucker
yeah,
brought.
yeah. He would have brought way more than what Padley brought, uh, and just I think it would have went 12 rounds with Kid Austin
Yeah,
because it took him 9 rounds to get Josh Padley out of there. And like I said, maybe that dude's got one of them fucking iron chins. I don't know because
yeah.
he was getting hit with some solid motherfucking shots, like open, like he was getting hit, like he was getting beat like Rocky, and
Yeah.
and every Rocky movie
He
ever.
might had a hard chin, weak body though. Cause the
Yeah,
body the one that stopped it. I mean,
well, yeah, and he kept seeing him get hurt with the body shots too. So
a motherfucker could take a headshot way before them body shots. That's
yeah,
for
he
sure.
I give him credit. He was taking some shots, and it made me really question, Shakur's power. Uh, Now, of course, he put his boxing out, and I mean, it was more active than what I think we've seen Shakur in a long time, as far as how many punches he was throwing, and he was just going at dude like it was target practice, to be honest. But he
Yeah,
was letting
that's because you fighting a. That's because you fighting an electrician though.
yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm
let her.
saying? You fighting an electrician. I want to see him do that to somebody that's gonna make him fight, and he ain't. I want to see him do that to somebody that's gonna make him fight, and that's gonna fight him back and touch him. Like, you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, because this
Like,
fight left me with more questions about Shakur. Like it didn't answer anything for me. It left me with more like, okay, I don't know exactly how he adds up with a guy like Tank. It made me think Tank would knock him out. I don't know. I don't know. Tank is completely different though, man. That power he has, I don't think people really
just
realize
fuck the
that.
power of the
Yeah,
boxing.
and then he
Period,
adds
bro.
the IQ to it.
Yeah,
If
but
you would have given Mike Tyson Tank's boxing IQ, fuck, that's basically what Tank is. He's like a 135-pound Mike Tyson, but he has way more boxing ability and a better ring IQ than Tyson had.
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I
All
don't
right,
know.
on to that Parker versus Bacoli fight. We've been waiting to see Bacoli get back to the ring since he beat Anderson. Now, this was a very last minute fight for him. 48-hour flight, jumped off the flight, went to the arena. Could have been a mistake on his part, but Parker handled him pretty easily. Third round, KO'd him. Uh, man, is Parker that good? And is this why Daniel Dubai didn't want to fight him?
Shit. We said it. This fight was for both of them. Piccoli came in that bitch looking like a big ass Yogi the Bear. Hey
He
boo
said, "Hey, boo boo
hey boo boo. He came in there like Yogi the Bear, didn't he? Now his name will be washed under the rug. Just
Yeah,
like Jared Anderson. So
yeah,
all that shit he was talking, they scared of me on the boogie, man, and none. Man,
yeah.
I ain't even man, that ain't even look like that punch was hard. And that put his
Nah,
ass down.
yeah.
It ain't even look like he hit him. He must have hit his ass right on that temple.
He got him right. He got him right on top of his head, is what it looked like. Like kind of come around with an over the top shot
Yeah,
and landed it like right around like the forehead level of Bacoli. And then and then you saw him get the stanky leg after that. I was like,
yeah.
oh shit, he's
Did he?
about to
He
go
ain't get back up after that.
down. No, he put him down. Yeah, I think that was the shot that put him down because he had previously taken a big shot from Parker, and he did one of those. Oh yeah, bring it on. That wasn't nothing. And
Oh
then two
yeah,
seconds later, they're going at it, and then I see him get get the stanky leg, and they're like, "Oh shit, Bacoli's about to," and then he went down after that, and yeah, he just wasn't able to recover from that. Uh,
uh,
so I don't know, man. I think Daniel Dubai. I'm gonna say it. I think he absolutely ducked Parker. I don't think he wanted those problems. I don't think he wanted to. I because Usyk has made it clear that he's going to fight Daniel Dubai next. So for me, if you're Daniel Dubai, why are you going to risk fighting a guy like Parker, who that's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion? You're going to take that risk to fight him, and if you lose, then you don't get that Usyk fight, which is obviously a bigger payday. Man, I call chicken shit on Daniel Dubai on this one, my guy.
yeah. I don't know, man. Shit, if he did it for the right reason. Shit, I'm gonna fight
Um,
Uzi again.
yeah, I mean, if you got a chance for undisputed versus a guy who doesn't have any belts and Parker, it's more of a
Man, they
risk
showed
for
them
Daniel
guys
Dubai.
money too, man. My bad for cutting you off. They showed them guys money. I thought Shakur was gonna get a little bit more than that.
What he ended up getting in that fight.
They showed he got paid like 2.3.
Okay, all
I
right.
think
I
the dude
mean,
got like a half a million, six hundred
hey man,
thousand.
think
That's
about that. 2.3 is less than what he would have taken with Top Rank for 4 fights. So that don't make much sense on his part.
what he was gonna get for 4 fights.
What was it? 3 fight deal? I think it was 15 million.
Yeah, that was a 2.3, but I don't know if it's true or not because they were saying, but Bivol and Beterbiev got 10 million a piece. So I don't know. And they was the main event.
Heck yeah.
So that sound about right.
Yeah. So if he got 2.3, I mean, maybe just he was looking at things with Top Rank differently. But I mean, the money people thought Turkey was going to put up, he's probably coming to a realization that, just can't pay that out to all these guys. You can't make all these guys millionaires off of one fight.
But he
You
ain't
know what
pay
I'm saying?
he ain't pay everybody that much money though. Like some guys was making like half a mil, 600,000, one
Yeah.
point five. It wasn't
But
like they
those same
was getting
guys would make not even 100,000 maybe
yeah
for a
with
fight.
top rank or something. So
Yeah.
like like Patley dude, he came. I think he made a half a mil, 600,000. He
Yeah. He
wouldn't
would
have
have
made that with
been,
no top rank. He would have made
no,
50,000.
he would
You
have
know what I'm
been lucky
saying?
to get
And
50,000 to be
Shakur
real.
money probably was short because he won the main event and like who he was fighting. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They probably
Yep.
they probably knocked it down. Ain't no telling, but I was for him though, it should have still been at least 4.5. Like
Yeah.
but he I don't know, man. Shakur, man, I don't know. But
I don't know, man. I wasn't impressed with that, but I was impressed with Parker. What is next for Parker now
I
that you're not
told
going
you
to get the
Parker,
Daniel
man. I
Blackheart?
told you a minute ago, man.
You've been big on the guy for sure. You've been
Yeah.
telling me about Parker for a while. You've been big on him. What's next for him, though? I mean, if you got to wait, does he now just kind of wait his turn for the
Yeah,
winner
might
of
as
Daniel
well.
Divide
Might as
versus Usyk? I mean,
I mean, unless they gonna let him get that fight, you know what I mean, that the ball fight before that, but he might have to wait his turn. Know how
yeah.
this shit go. He knocked off the so called boogeyman.
What
So
about Anthony Joshua fight to keep himself busy?
man, fuck Joshua, man. I mean, we ain't about to keep giving Joshua chances, man. We keep trying to
Man,
get chances. He
the zone
he
paid that guy a lot of money. They're gonna keep putting him out there until they get their
oh
money.
they already paid him a lot of money.
Oh yeah, a while ago, and they made him like where he's like partnership in with the zone as far as like having say and like boxing shit like that. Like he's also part of that.
Yeah.
Smart dude. He was smart enough to not just take a boxing contract from him, but he wanted a piece of the zone, being part of it as far as like the boxing side and being able to put his input into the boxing world and stuff like that. So yeah, uh, I know it was over 100 million that he got from him. So I'm pretty sure they're trying to get their money back some way somehow with Anthony Joshua.
Damn, they gave him over 100 million.
Yeah, yeah, they paid him big time, man. He
When
was
was
big.
this contract?
This has been at least 4 years now. Right before he took that big loss uh, to Usyk. Yeah, right before he took the loss to Usyk, he got a big contract. It was after the Andy Ruiz fight that he lost,
Okay.
and then he won the rematch, and then after the rematch, he got the big contract with the Zone, and
Mm.
then that's when he kind of went downhill a little bit with the Usyk loss and everything like that.
He fought Usyk twice though, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah, and I think he, man, the second fight I would say was a little bit more entertaining than the Usyk Fury second fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua is one of those guys, man. If he's got his head right, he's a hell of a boxer. But it doesn't take him much to lose his concentration and shit like that. And then when he gets hit with a big punch, he's not really big with coming back off big punches, man. He loses his confidence really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
All right, making our way down that list, my guy, we got Carlos Adames versus Shiraz. That was a draw, in my opinion. That was some horse shit.
Yeah, my little
Adames,
brother said they feel like they cheated Adonis.
oh, they definitely did. He won that 8-4 easily. The first half of that fight was so like nobody was really doing much in the first half of the fight. But once it got to the second half, Carlos Adames absolutely took over and dominated that fight. I was appalled by the fact that he got robbed the way he got robbed and they made it a draw. It wasn't even close to a draw. It should have been a unanimous decision in favor for Carlos Adames. I had it 8-4 all day, no questions asked. Just horrible judging. And the thing is, at least he didn't lose his belt. That was a good part about it.
Yeah.
But just watching him get robbed in a fight that he should have clearly won, it just sucks for him because when everybody they're going to see it was a draw and not a win, which it should be a win on his record. But I mean, once again, that 160 division, the only person for Carlos Adames to fight next would be Janabek, and outside of that, man, that 160 is just absolute garbage in my opinion. I'd move up to 168 if I was Carlos Adames. He reminds me of motherfucking and he has for the longest time, Mr. T's character off
Oh
of
yeah.
Rocky motherfucking 3.
Yeah.
He reminds me of him, bro. Like even his style, even the way he fights. I'm like, bro, I can't believe I can't remember dude's name.
I was about to say, what was it, man? It wasn't. I don't even go. I
Man,
like. I know.
I had it right on my head. I was the other day when I was watching the fight. I was like, oh man, it reminds me of, and I knew the name. Yeah.
You don't know. I'm about to look it up though.
But that fight there was probably one of the least entertaining. But like I said, I think Adames won that fight clearly. Clearly won that fight. All right. Got me looking up Mr. T's name.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Three.
It wasn't Clubber, was it?
Yeah, it was Clubber Lang. Clubber Lang. Clubber Lang.
Clubber
That's,
Lane,
yeah, that was his name on there. Clubber Lang. That's what Carlos Adames reminded me of. Clubber Lang.
yeah.
Moving on from that fight, man. Virgil Ortiz defeated Israel Mazamov by unanimous decision in a
Hype.
12-round
The hype
unanimous.
job. The hype job.
Who? Mazamov?
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Ortiz gave him an ass whooping, and this fight really like it. I was super impressed by Virgil in this fight. To be honest, his aggression, he handled him. Man, he was super aggressive, led the whole fight. The part that really pissed me off in this fight was the referee continuously giving Madrimov warnings about leading. He kept like pushing his head, trying to push his head against Virgil's head. Like it was the
Yeah.
weirdest thing. And I kept when I saw it, I'm thinking to myself, like, man, when the fuck is a ref gonna say something about him pushing forward with his head like that? You know what I mean? And as soon as I said that, it wasn't long after he gave him a warning. He said, "Stop leading with your head."
Mm-hmm.
Then that same fucking round, he stops it in the middle of the fight. Looks at him. Final warning: stop leading with your head. After that, for about 3 or 4 fucking rounds, he continued to give him a last warning. And then in the 12th round, stops the motherfucking fight to give him another final warning about leading with his head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, motherfucker, take the point. You should have already taken 2 points already.
Yeah.
You warned him, you gave him a final warning in the 7th fucking round. And then continue to give him that same warning. It was weird, but I guess it was Madramov's way of trying to be more aggressive because he was just getting countered with heavy punch after heavy punch by Ortiz and just got his ears boxed off, I thought. I don't even think it was close, and it kind of opened my eyes to Virgil Ortiz a little bit. Like, wow, okay. His last fight against Boachuk, he looked suspect a little bit, but then he came back in this fight and he looked amazing against Madrimov. He looked like a boxer against Madrimov, not a brawler. And I think that's what I was more impressed with is that he actually looked like a boxer in this one. I actually got to see him for 12 rounds look like a boxer.
Okay.
What was your thoughts on it? Did you get to watch any of the highlights on that one?
Nah, they barely showed them highlights on that too. I barely showed them highlights. But it seemed like he did what I said. Shit. Took the fight to him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It made you think about how I guess styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? Because we saw Crawford versus him,
Nah,
and
Crawford
Crawford,
already said it. Crawford said he should have been more aggressive.
yeah, it made me really think that he could have been more
He
aggressive.
started catching on though, but dude was running a lot too though. That's what people don't realize. Like, dude really wasn't doing nothing.
No, no,
He was more on the defense, being cautious side, if anything. It wasn't like he was bringing the fight to Crawford. Yeah, he was countering him because he was playing and jumping around and all that awkward ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it wasn't like he was aggressive or nothing. He was just awkward at the moment. But once and I was seeing Terrence hurt him a couple times. He just ain't keep his foot on the pedal. That's all. I
yeah,
mean, that was shit wasn't nothing.
absolutely. Moving on to the Kabbalah versus Zhang. Big Bang Zhang got knocked out in the sixth round. Kabbalah gets the WBC interim heavyweight title. This fight, man, honestly, I haven't watched much of Kabbalah, but he looked pretty good in it. But I'm never impressed with Zhang because, like I said, 30 seconds into every round,
Tired.
he just tires out. So
Yeah,
uh, for me, and people don't realize Zhang is like 40, 41 years old. So he's not a young
yeah,
fighter. He is an older fighter, too. Uh,
yeah.
so maybe he doesn't have much left in the tank. But of course, now you get to add Kabbalah to that list of heavyweights that we might see as possible contenders. You also saw Colin Smith defeat Joshua Bawatsi on a 12th round unanimous decision to win the WBO interim lightweight heavyweight title. All right, we're going to move on to this week's fight. Of course, this week's big fight, man, is Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach Jr. for the WBA lightweight title Saturday night in New York City, Brooklyn. Who you got on this one, my guy? Tank or Roach?
Stop playing.
Like, I even got to ask you.
Stop, stop playing. Is this April Fools? Bring it. Is this Punk? Ashton Kutcher, or are you? It's like, no, but you know I'm going with Tank, man. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, absolutely, man.
I gotta finish watching this interview. I fell asleep listening to it, boy. I was tired, man. But I fell asleep listening to it. I was just listening to it. I fell asleep listening to it. I gotta rewind it. He got a nice 41-minute interview where they asking him questions and shit. I gotta go back to it.
Okay. I guess the question that we should really be asking is what can Lamont Roach do to make this a fight? Does he bring anything to the table, or is this
Uh,
a walk in the park for Tank?
I mean, Lamont Roach, I like him. I watched his come up. It took him a minute to get here though. I'm talking about it took him a little while. Cause I got hit to Lamont Roach around 2018 on Fox Fights on Fox. So
Well, you remember he took
PBC
that early
PBC
loss.
huh?
Remember he took an early loss too.
Yeah, this was before the loss though. This was before he fought Jamel Harrington. This was way he wasn't even fighting on. He was with PBC. He wasn't even on Top Rank. He was fighting under PBC. But yeah, man. Shit, man. I don't really know, man. I mean, this probably gonna be a good fight for the first couple of rounds because he can fight.
You
He can
think it's going to
fight,
be a
but
better
people say
fight
the
than the
weight
ranked
though,
card?
like the weight he coming up the bruh, he the same size as Tank.
Yeah, I
Literally.
mean it's 5 pounds.
Literally.
It is 5 pounds. It's 130 to 135. Come
But
on, man.
I'm saying ain't no dip, bruh. He the same size as Tank, literally though. Like, I don't know what people be like. Tank is a little dude for real, bro. Y'all act like Tank 147.
Yeah,
Like he a struggle to make 147. You see how he was at 140. He ain't
I
like
feel
it.
like he was struggling to make 140. Honestly,
Yeah,
it's
because
day one.
the weight that was on him, like the weight, he ain't even look like shape like how he be looking now. Like, oh yeah, he in shape. Like you could tell. He ain't look like that. Like he looked at like bloated kind of
Yeah,
like I ain't like how he looked at that 140. I just can only imagine 147. Like
yeah,
like Tank a little dude for real. If anything, he probably could go down to 130 too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
probably don't wanna he probably that's probably pushing it for him a little bit, but like they be acting like Tank is they act like Tank is 5'11" and he fighting, he cutting the 135 or some shit, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that like he Mike
I be
Tyson.
hating when they say that shit. Like he need to move up to 140, bro. Did y'all see him at 140? Them motherfuckers bigger than him, bro. Way bigger than him for a fact. And then it's just like he ain't look he ain't look like how he been looking since he have not been fighting at 140. Ever since he went back to 135, you could see it. Even though he been more focused too, you could see the structure, the look, the oh yeah, he looking shape. He looking good. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But I don't know, man. Lamont Roach, I salute to him. I hope he pull out a good fight, make it a good fight to let people know, like, yeah, like I think like we was saying, I wanted to see him fight Retchenheimer, you know what I mean, at 130. I thought that would have been,
Foster.
yeah, I think that would have been good, but you know, uh,
Yep.
just put him on a good fight.
Yeah,
That's all I
I
can
don't
tell
think
you.
I don't really know what he can bring to the table, what he can do to like I've watched Lamont Roach and I don't know. I don't see much difference in him and a Frank Martin. As far as like their styles, I don't think he brings anything different than
I don't think
anyone
he gonna go
else.
in there scared like Frank Moore.
No,
Frank
no, I
Moore
don't
was
think he's going
scared.
to go in there scared whatsoever. And I think he looks at this fight like, what do I got to lose? I'm not going to lose my 130 belt,
Yeah, yeah,
and I could possibly gain the 135 belt. I have nothing to lose
yeah.
to this fight. So, but for me, I don't know. I just don't think he brings anything to the table that's going to threaten Tank. We've seen things happen in boxing. It is boxing, anything can happen. But Tank's just not that guy, in my opinion. He's
Mm.
not that guy who has an off night. He's not that guy who makes mistakes in the ring. Uh,
You know where all his rusts get off at when he letting people when he doing his calculation on people. That's when his rush is his rust is coming off. People be like, he start up late. He start up around the fifth, sixth round every time. That's not
yeah,
late. Late
and it's
rounds,
not much
if
of that.
in boxing, people forget about the early rounds anyway. Especially
Yeah,
if you get knocked out.
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
Especially if somebody dominate you at the end of the rounds, people don't calculate like, and then from 1 to 5, he be like, oh, I don't know, he probably did win that round, he probably didn't. That's all the judge eye like. Once they get to the later rounds, that's what the judge paying attention to. After they hit that fifth, sixth round on up, that's what they paying attention to. They don't care about one, two. They be like, take me losing early rounds, bro. He's doing that purposely, bro. That's nothing but calculation.
yeah.
Watch,
I
like,
always said he plays with his food.
yeah,
He
like
plays with his
people
food.
be like, if he get behind on me, I done heard like, what if he get too far behind it, bro? It's never. I ain't gonna say never. It's not gonna come to that. He ain't gonna let it come to that. Especially if you a threat and he know you a threat. If
Yeah,
if he come out, he could come out bombs and boxing your fucking head off from 1 to 12 if he want to. But he's smart. He got an IQ. He gonna watch your move, everything. Okay, he like doing this. All right. When I hit him with this, I'm gonna stab him, see how he react to this. Okay, he all right, he dropping that hand, but when I bring he doing all that. Like people don't under I was telling my little when we was going live, I was telling my little brother, like, bruh, y'all don't see like he is calculating every move, bruh. Like he ain't worried about dude. He feeling dude power. Let me see what I can do. If I could take his he doing all that, bro. He's doing everything possible to make him like, okay, this I can't do this. Oh yeah, he got some crack. All right, now his power going down. Like he dude is smart as fuck, man. I'm like
yeah. His ring
people
IQ, I think, is possibly
tremendous, bro.
it's
Tremendous,
right up
bro.
there with the best. And he
Floyd,
could
bro. His shit up there
possibly,
with Floyd, bro.
yeah,
His shit up there
exactly.
with Floyd,
His ring
bro.
IQ is up there with Floyd, where he just. But the thing with Tank, man, I think it's coming with him. Like I guess Floyd, you knew too. You never doubted Floyd. I never favored anybody
Only
ever.
thing about Floyd, he coming
In a
out. You
fight.
might not win a round with Floyd.
Yeah,
That's the only thing. You might not win a round with Floyd.
yeah.
But
Floyd
see,
never played
Floyd ain't
pretty.
got that knockout power that he used to have either, though.
Yeah, yep. On that undercard, you're going to get Jose Venezuela going up against Gary Antoine Russell.
That's
Who
gonna
do
be
you
a
like in that
nice
one?
one, man. I'm going with Gary. I'm going with Gary on this.
Yeah,
You got to
Gary
give
got
Gary a shot.
lost in what his last fight, didn't he?
Yeah,
Take a loss in his last
I
fight.
don't
Yeah.
think it really wasn't like a bad loss. Like far as like he just ain't do the right shit. That's
No,
all.
he
He
didn't
was
do
look
enough. Didn't do
he ain't
enough
do
at all.
enough.
He
Yeah, that's it.
was way too
He was
timid in
looking for
that
the
fight.
he was looking more for the knockout instead of boxing and then letting it come to him. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Jose
see it.
Venezuela, man, that kid is on a streak. I'm going to go with Gary Antoine Russell in that one also. Uh, but Venezuela is on a streak.
I don't know
So
how
we'll,
what
we'll see if that
Venezuela
can
we
continue.
gonna get too though. We gonna get the one with the power, or we gonna get the one that was boxing like how he boxed when he was fighting Pitbull. What's Venezuela we gonna get though?
That's
You
true.
know what I'm
That is
saying?
very
Which one we gonna get? We gonna get the aggressive one or we gonna get the boxer? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Which one? I don't think we could get the boxer on this one because man, oh man, Gary Russell, I know he out for vengeance. And then this gonna put if he take this belt, this gonna put him where he wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I'm going with Gary though, man. I've been liking Gary too since I first seen him starting out on PBC. So we gonna see, man. He just got to be patient, man, and fight, box a little bit, and let that shit come to him.
yeah. Absolutely, I
He
agree on that.
aggressive as hell though. He definitely aggressive. Sometimes you
Definitely.
could be overly aggressive though. You know what I'm saying? And we seen Venezuela fight a aggressive pit bull, but this a whole different type of aggressive skill fighter than pit bull though. You get what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's gonna
Pitbull,
be a good one though. That's gonna be
and
a good one.
power.
This one kind of made the card like if you know boxing, you like okay, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
we got a
Because
good one.
before they announced that fight, I was like, man, who they putting on this card? This is horrible. And
Yeah,
I'm nothing against Sandor Martin. But I'm just not a fan of his, man. He's not an exciting guy to watch fight. Alberto Palalo, who will be facing Sandor Martin, he's a pretty decent guy. But Sandor Martin's a pretty technical style fighter. Doesn't put a lot of offense on, but he has a great defense. Can put the offense on when he needs to, but he's just not an exciting guy to watch.
yeah.
Also, other fights on Saturday or tomorrow night actually is Eduardo Hernandez versus Renny Tellez. That's going to be on the zone tomorrow night up in Canada. We'll get that one. You're also going to get Lewis Crocker versus Patty Donovan. That's a fight that I really kind of want to watch. Uh, that is also going to be in Belfast, United Kingdom, brought to you by the Zone. Also, that's going to be a good one right there. Crocker is that the one that was going to fight Boots, and then he had the eye issue, or was that somebody else? I'm thinking. I know
I thought that was somebody else.
there's two seasons there. I get them both mixed up. But Crocker, if I'm right, Crocker's a really good fighter. I know that. But Patty Donovan, this is an opportunity for him to really make a name for himself at 147 with this fight. I like Patty Donovan a lot. I favor him in this fight, to be honest. You also got Subaru Mateus versus Gabriel Venezuela.
Suela, that's the dude that ain't that the dude that beat is that the guy that beat Gary Antoine Russell?
I think it is actually, and then that's the guy. And Mateus is coming off a win, but previously, before that, he lost his belt. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
he Mateus fought since he took that
I
loss.
think he has. If I'm correct, he fought one time, or he may not have since that loss.
No,
But
I don't think he fought. I
I would
don't
hope
think
he
he
would
fought.
fight since then because that's been a while. The dude that he beat actually lost the belt, or the dude that beat him just lost the belt uh, to Hitchens. Hitchens.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't think Mateus fought since then though.
Yeah, if he hasn't, this would be good to see what he can do. It's in Puerto Rico again. This is his second fight at home.
Is
He
that
said
the
he was a little nervous.
is we sure that's Gabriel Venezuela though? Is that nah? I don't think that's who Gary Antoine Russell fought because dude got the belt, don't he?
No, none of these, neither of these guys have a belt.
I'm saying that the guy that Gary Russell fought that was for a title belt.
Was it? Well, I'd have
Yeah,
to look it up who he fought last.
let me check. I don't like my man wonder. I hate my man wonder.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, I don't even like guessing when I can just. Okay. Antoine.
Checking that out for you guys here on his box rec.
Let's see. Um,
No, it was Alberto
nah.
Palazzo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
He's on that card tomorrow. He's
Who?
on the same card. Palalo is on
He
the
got a
same card.
belt. He got the belt though too, don't he? Yeah.
He's
Oh
going up
no. It
against
was
Victor
no. It
Martin.
was for no. It was for the WB Intel
Yeah,
World
that's what I
Super
was thinking,
Light.
like an
Yeah.
interim belt, because I
Yeah.
know Hitchens has a belt uh, in that
Tiafimo.
division. Teofimo has a belt in that division.
Mm,
Uh, then Devin Haney get his belts back, and then
yeah.
somebody else has another belt in that division. I can't remember who it is.
Venezuela.
Venezuela, yeah, he took it from Pitbull. That's right.
Yeah.
He's got the belt. That is right.
I like that weight class too though. But I mean, what weight is Devin Haney coming back at?
I've heard 147 is what I'm hearing, but I don't know
But
how true that is. I know Ryan Garcia. I'm hearing that both of those fights in May are both 147. Now I'm not for sure how true that is. I haven't heard anything from Devin Haney saying he was moving up to welterweight, but I did hear that.
okay.
All right, a little bit of boxing news, man. I dug some boxing news up for us. Sebastian Bandura will be going up against Chardell Booker. That
Oh
has been
no.
announced for March 22nd as a main event card in Las Vegas. So he's finally getting back in the ring, Sebastian Bandura. What do you think about his opponent, Booker? There's a
I
big
don't
height
even know who the
difference.
fuck that is, bro.
Chardell Booker, he's a decent fighter. I'm surprised that's who he's coming back to fight with all the other fights that he could possibly make out there at the 154. I'm really surprised that it's Booker who is getting that opportunity. But hey, hats off to him, and if he happens to pull it off, it'll be good for Booker. Eubanks Jr., man, did you watch that press conference with Eubanks Jr. and Connor Ben, man?
No,
Eubanks
I
Jr.,
seen the highlights though.
man, smashed an egg on his face, which I thought was kind of hilarious due to the fact that Connor Ben, when he failed those two tests, he failed both tests when that last fight that they were supposed to have with him and Chris Eubanks, and he blamed it on eggs, that he was eating eggs, and that's what caused him to fail the test. So thought it was a little funny that Chris Eubanks used an egg to smash on his face, but man, did he go a little too far with it, or do you think that adds to the drama of this fight?
Can't never
They
go
talked
too
about
far.
taking action. Do you think they should take action against him on that? Because they did the boxing. I think it was the WBC or somebody said that they were going to take action against him on it. Do you think they should? Do you think it was too far? What do you think, my guy?
Ain't never too far. And when you got opposition, as long as it ain't nobody getting murdered, killed, or nothing, they taking this shit too far. Now I'm talking about it ain't nothing. That ain't this part of this shit. This boxing, man. He
Yeah,
got hit with an egg. He should have been on his P's and Q's. Quit talking shit and let people get in your face so close, motherfucker.
yeah. I think Chris Eubanks is going to smash him, man. I really do.
You think
It's going to
so?
be at one. Yeah, it's at Eubanks' weight at 160. Uh,
Yeah,
well,
what
actually,
he just fight at though? What he just at 147?
who's that? Connor Ben.
Yeah.
Connor's fought 152, 154. His last couple fights, he hasn't been at 147 since he failed
Oh,
that
okay.
drug.
Oh, okay.
Uh, every fight he's fought has been at the 150 to 154 range, honestly. But to me, he still considers himself a welterweight, so it's still a lot of weight for him to put on. And the size difference, man, it's a big size difference. Chris Eubanks is way bigger. Uh, Maybe Connor could pull something off, but I just see Connor getting knocked out. Honestly, he hasn't been the same guy since he got popped for the PEDs. So we'll see how that one goes. Christian McBilly and Diego Pachinko in talks. Talks are in the works,
Mm-mm.
possibly.
Mm-mm.
Now, I did hear that Caleb Plant versus
Okay.
Pachinko
Yeah.
was a
Yeah.
possibility. But now I'm
Mm,
hearing Christian McBilly versus Pachinko is the other option that's being talked about right now. I'd rather see Caleb Plant versus Pachinko all day,
yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah.
Christian McBilly, I want to see him get his opportunity. It would be a good fight for both of those guys. I'm not going to lie, because they're both up and coming, trying to get their name out there more, solidify that next guy at 168, in my opinion. But I like Caleb Plant a lot, so I'd rather see Caleb Plant get that
Mm-hmm.
opportunity.
Me too.
Also, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano are in talks for a third fight, inching closer to being done. Couple places being announced for this possibly going to
Man,
happen.
did she lose twice? God damn.
Amanda Serrano lost both fights, but man, they were so close, bro. They were so close that man, I both fights were really close. I would have kind of given the last fight to Amanda Serrano, in my opinion. And for the women's division, that's the most entertaining fight you can make right now. I don't like trilogies that much, but this one, if you can put this back in Madison Square Garden, where the first fight was, the atmosphere was electric. It was one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. Not just in the ring, but the atmosphere. You had both sides. You had the Puerto Ricans on one side, you had the Irish on the other side, and it was electric. So if they can put this fight back in Madison Square Garden, I'd absolutely love to see a third fight between
They
them.
want her to win so bad. I don't like when they do shit like that. Like,
Well, MVP does. MVP does. MVP wants Amanda Serrano to get that W. Uh, Katie Taylor has no reason to take the fight. She could walk off into the sunset, undisputed, in three different weight classes, and walk away at 36, 37 years old, I think she is, and walk away as as a champion of the sport. So the only thing that would, I think, entice her to take this fight is just the payday that they're both going to get for this fight, because people the I told everybody, even the last fight on Netflix, it was electric also. Great fight, even though it took them way too long to make the second fight. Hopefully, if they're going to do a third fight, they do it this year, and sooner than later, to keep that that same energy going. Now, being with MVP, I'm hoping it's not going to be on Netflix. That was a nightmare, and I just don't know if Netflix is ready for that platform yet, that level.
uh, yeah, these girls got to start trying to fight Carissa or something, man. I keep letting her go to four. She done went all the way up to four levels.
She went the highest she
No,
can go. She can't
three.
go any
Yeah,
higher.
like, come on, bro. It ain't no excuses. Like, y'all girls scary, man. Move up that weight. She did it. She went from what, 154, 154, all the way to heavyweight. Like,
Yeah, she jumped up big time in weight, but I mean, I guess for females, it's harder for them to really do that. I've seen a couple of them, like Michaela Mayer, go up as far as welterweight, but I think that's kind of her limit at 147. And it sucks for Clarissa because there's just really nobody out there for her to fight unless she's willing to drop weight and go down, which that ain't gonna make any sense for her to drop down to like a 147 to fight some of these girls. You know what I mean?
yeah,
She'd probably be better off to retire at this point, to be honest.
yeah, anything like her power is better as she went up in weight. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
ever since she went up in weight, she been dropping shit.
yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. That whole marijuana thing was weird, but outside of that, I don't have any more news. You got anything else for us, Big Spade? Anything you've heard this week? Any kind of any
Nah, I know.
breaking news, Big Spade?
Nope. But this for you if you turn on $1 million worth of game tomorrow. Around 7:30, Keyshawn Davis gonna be on there talking and shit. He gonna be
Okay,
interviewing him.
all
But
right.
I ain't really got no news. I'm gonna watch that tomorrow. See what he talking about. He's so much on the tank train now. So
Hell
we
yeah.
gonna see. We gonna
Yeah, I
see.
mean, well, there ain't much left in that 135 division for. I mean, I guess if he
I
get a
mean,
fight
it
with
is though.
Nico or
Like
somebody like
Tank
that,
was saying on the interview earlier, like, won't y'all fight each other? Like, you know what I mean? Like he was
yeah,
like, they claim they brothers. They ain't even in the same camp. They don't even got the same coaches.
Who that
I'm like,
Shakur?
ooh,
Yeah,
he did
I
kill him.
said
He
that, man.
did kill him with that. He did kill
Yeah,
him with that.
yeah, because I said that I wouldn't mind to see him and Shakur fight. I think that's a more entertaining fight than the Tank versus Shakur fight, just because I think Tank. There's something about Tank, man. He's different.
Yeah,
He is different. But hey, guys, once again, this is episode 94 of Bourbon and Boxing. Big Spade's going to take us out of here, man. We want to thank you guys for joining us for another episode of Bourbon and Boxing, man. Keep tuning in. And Big Spade, tell them what they need to do, brother.
man, they already know, man, what to do. If they don't, I'm about to tell y'all. Like, subscribe, comment, share. You know what I mean? Take us to another level. We ain't doing nothing but talking boxing, boxing, love. You know what I'm saying? It's part of us. You know what I mean? So just keep what they say. Keep keep watching it. We gonna keep boxing, man, for y'all, man. You
That's
know what
it.
I'm saying? Let's get it.
That's it. Thank you guys for joining us for another episode, man. Peace out. Y'all have a great night, man. Enjoy your fights this weekend.